Everybody?
Hello there, delicious.
Why do you always do that?
Because we have to be entertaining for the show.
Hello, delicious.
I mean, what do you want me to be? Hello, everybody. Welcome to our mock draft 2.
Well, I mean, I'm just welcoming people in, man. You're just
Yeah.
like, oh, what's up, beautiful? How you doing?
Yeah, maybe they needed that this morning.
Let's
That's
restart.
all right.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going?
There you go. That's better.
Oh yeah.
Better than hello, delicious. Hello, delicious.
Hello there, Big Daddy.
Dude,
that would have been worse.
Dude, if you say that, then people won't know where that's from. I mean, that's a very specific episode of SpongeBob that you're quoting right there.
Well, from the
Yeah.
If you catch the reference, it's from the health inspector episode where he's about to eat the Krabby Patty.
Here you are, sir. Enjoy.
Ah, hello, delicious. Come to Papa.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Hello, delicious.
Yeah, why would you want to choke on a fly, dude? We're supposed to be, flowing. We're supposed to be doing a mock draft right now.
Yeah, flowing. Get your flow.
All right, whatever.
All right, let's start the show.
Straight.
All right, anyways,
Let's get right into it.
This is the second mock draft.
They already know it's a mock draft.
I know, but this is mock draft 2.
Okay, great. Let's just start at the top. So we did 2 separate mock drafts, and
Yep.
we're going to kind of compare notes and see who's actually right and who's wrong. Which he's definitely him. He's definitely the wrong one.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes, you agreed with me. So
Oh
you're
yeah,
right.
but I thought you were about to compliment me, but then I didn't realize it was going to be an insult.
No, I wasn't complimenting you.
All
All right, so our first 3 picks, I mean, are pretty boring, honestly. Nowadays, I think they're pretty boring.
I think those are big consensus picks. I mean, the only thing that might be different, maybe 2 and 3, but I think the Patriots are going to take Drake May if Jay Nails isn't on the ticket.
Jay Nails is gonna be a commander. I think that's pretty safe.
Think so?
I think its odds are like minus 700 to go second overall, so I think it's pretty safe.
Are
And
those-
also, I don't think the Commanders would pass up on a Heisman Trophy winner. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Drake May might be better. I don't know.
I think
People are saying that Drake May is better. I've been hearing that Drake May is a better quarterback, but the Commanders aren't the type of team to pass on a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, I don't think
And
they're
then we
either.
got our first change. So this guy apparently hates J.J. McCarthy and thinks that he's not going to go round 1
I don't
at
think
all.
he is. I think everybody's capping.
I have the Vikings trading up with the Arizona Cardinals to get J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, I think literally the 4 is when we start to deviate because I think we're kind of in agreement on the first 3.
Yeah.
And then the Titans pick. That's pretty much it. We only agree on.
You don't have to say that. The audience can see that.
All right. But anyways, let's see what Cameron and I.
Yeah, so I got J.J. McCarthy going to the Vikings. I got Marvin Harrison going to the Chargers. I have the Bears trading up with the Giants to draft Malik Neighbors instead of the Giants drafting Malik Neighbors. Because I think the Giants like Neighbors, but I think they want Roma Dunze because I feel like they want that outside threat instead of the slot threat.
You think that? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think.
What? Yeah. So
I don't think there's going to be any trades. I think everybody's capping when they're saying they're trading.
Really?
Yeah, because here's the thing. Like, why would the Cardinals pass on Marvin Harrison Jr.? They need a weapon for Kyler Murray.
Why would they not trade down if they could get a lot of picks?
I mean, that's a good point, but if the Giants can get J.J. McCarthy, they're going to get J.J. McCarthy. But I think they're still committed to Daniel Jones. If he doesn't perform well this year, I think he's gone. But regardless what the Giants need, they need a wide receiver. They need a wide receiver, but
Yeah, we have to go on team fit though. I think Neighbors is not exactly the best fit for the Giants. Right. Let me rephrase. I think Neighbors is a great fit for every team. I think he's great.
yeah,
But I think what the Giants need is an outside guy.
yeah,
I don't think they need a slot guy right now.
yeah.
They
Well,
need an X.
and I noticed on your mock draft, you had the Chargers taking Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yes, I did. Well, Jim Harbaugh said something very interesting the other day.
Yeah,
And he said that he's like, I could see 4 quarterbacks taken, so we pretty much have the first overall pick in the draft. Which,
he's
yeah,
right.
I think he's right. Yeah, exactly. But you haven't taken Brock Bowers instead of Marvin Harrison.
I do because I think, look, okay, Brock Bowers, kid from Napa, went to the toughest team in the NFL. Went to Georgia, played at Georgia,
In the
walked
NFL.
to Georgia, or NFL, my bad.
They
In
might as well
college
be an
football.
NFL team, honestly.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. They recruit everybody. But no, he went to Georgia, top team in the college football this year. Actually, the past 4 years with him on the roster.
Yeah, got bounced by Bama, but anyway.
Yeah, that was
continue.
dumb. Well,
That was dumb.
I mean,
That was dumb. Alabama won that game.
Yeah, but Georgia should still sit in the top 4. But anyway, yeah, but here's the thing about Brock Bowers. He's Harbaugh's kind of guy, big physical player.
He's going to Georgia, by the way, so he's a little biased.
I mean, yeah, hopefully.
Okay, yeah, I'll cut that part out. Sorry.
But anyways, I think Harbaugh's looking at especially with that new hip drop rule. It's gonna be really hard to take down tight ends.
Yeah,
And
I was
that's
thinking
a fantastic tight end. And he's looking at Kelsey. He's looking at the people in his division, and he's going, I need to get this guy. I need to get Justin Herbert, his Antonio Gates, and his Travis Kelsey.
Well, both of our top 6 are all skill positions. That I've noticed.
Yeah, well,
Our top 6 are. I have 4 quarterbacks. You have 2 wide receivers, tight end, 3 quarterbacks.
yeah.
And I have 2 wide receivers and 4 quarterbacks taken.
Who'd you get the Giants getting? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but who'd you get the Giants taking?
No, that's where I was going to go next because remember we deviated. I had the Bears trading up with the Giants to draft Malik Neighbors.
Okay.
No, and simply because I feel like the
fair.
Bears I know that they have Keenan Allen, but he's only on a 1-year deal. He's not going to stay there for very long. So I feel like they're going to want to start. If they see a weapon like Neighbors on the board, I think they're just going to want to just lock him down.
Really?
But I could definitely see it going either way.
Yeah, I mean, I had the Bears just waiting to get Roma Dunze at pick number 9. Because I think they don't have to do much. The Bears are pretty set right now, but they still have Eberflus as the head coach. So
All right, let's go back to order. So
right.
we both have Joe Alt we both have Joe Alt on the Titans. That's the most Titans pick all time.
It is.
Big, tall, strong O tackle.
Yeah.
Out of Notre Dame. Like, come on.
And they want to protect Will Levis. And they want to see what they got with Will Levis. And I think they're going to want to see what their new head coach, the OC, Brian Callahan, is that his name? Brian Callahan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Callahan from the OC for the Bengals is going to do with Will Levis. So I think they're going to hold off getting a quarterback and just build up the O-line.
Call me crazy. I feel like the Titans aren't going to be bad this year. They're going to be a tough out for sure.
I think 8-9.
The tough
9
out.
9 and 8. Yeah, tough out. Solid 9 and 8.
Every time a tough out.
Yeah, because they're fine. Their head coach is still done.
And then we differ on this pick. You think Leitu is the first edge rusher off the board.
Yeah.
Whereas I have Jared Verse going to the Falcons. But we both agree that the Falcons are probably going to take edge. Because, I mean, I'm sorry if you're a Falcons fan and you loved your edge rushers, but who's their last successful edge rusher you can think of?
I can't think of anybody.
Right? You can't think.
Sorry, let me interrupt. Vic Beasley, like his first 2 years, maybe.
Oh yeah, Vic Beasley.
But
That's Super Bowl year.
mediocre,
He was a
too.
beast. That's Super Bowl year. He was a beast.
And Deion Jones. That's probably their only like 2 stars.
He wasn't an edge rusher though. He played more Mike backer instead.
Yeah, but he was. That's my point. They don't have a good edge rusher.
He played more Sam. Honestly.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is like that's their last big one, and that's not saying much.
So I have we both have different teams at 9, but we both have the same player.
Yeah.
We both have Roman Dunze going 9. You have him going to the Bears. I am going to the Giants.
Yeah, and I think for the same reasons. Again, Keenan Allen's 32. He's in the last year of his contract.
Okay, yeah, and so valid, but Roman Dunze is an outside threat. So he could probably play slot. I'm not sure. They can put him wherever they want. Honestly, he's good enough to play inside.
Yeah.
But I was thinking that I took Roman Dunze to the Giants, but if the Bears don't orchestrate a trade up with Malik Neighbors in my draft, I could definitely see the Bears sticking and picking and them taking an edge rusher too, because I think if they have a compliment for Montez Sweat on the other side, I think that would be a good move for the Bears, because then you have Caleb Williams and a leader on both sides. You already have, you have DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, how many more receiving threats do you really need?
I mean, a third one would be great though for them.
It would be. Don't get me wrong. It would be. But I think that they would rather build up both sides of the ball, or just go hog wild and go on the other side. But again, with that hip drop, that hip drop rule, I feel like is going to have a big impact on this draft. So yeah. I think, like I said, we both have Roman Dunze going to different teams. I think I feel like the Giants would want Roman Dunze, and they'd rather get more capital and trade down, knowing that he's probably still going to be there at 9. Even though that's not fair to Roman Dunze at all. He came out with when 2 freak shows entered the league.
Yeah, like this is why I didn't really think there'd be a lot of trades this draft, because all these players this is a really talented draft.
Dude, this is stacked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I picked
into the 3rd round. You can probably find talent.
Like I know I picked Latu to go to the Falcons, but like Latu, Verse, Turner, I'd be happy with it. If I was the Falcons, I'd be happy with any one of those 3.
Yeah. All right, let's move down to pick number 10 to the Jets. You have them taking. Okay, we went to Google Translate to try and figure out this guy's name, because I feel so bad just like mispronouncing his name all the time.
What was it?
Olimuia Fasanao.
Yeah, well,
That's according to Google. So if that's not how you pronounce it, I'm sorry, but
yeah, you racist.
yeah, dude, no, he's 6'6", 350. Like,
I'm just,
dude, he'd kill me if he blocked me.
I just call him Fashanu because that's
Fashanu.
It's Fashanu. Yeah, but the Jets need to build that O-line bad.
I'm not convinced that the Jets are going to take tackle though in this draft.
We
I think I could definitely see it, but I think that they're going to take talent. You had Brock Bowers going off the board at 5. I have Brock Bowers going off the board at 10 into the Jets.
Really?
Yeah. Well, mostly because, who's really the GM of the Jets right now? Is it Joe Douglas or is it Aaron Rodgers? It's Rodgers.
It's Rodgers.
Let's just be honest.
He's going to want to O-line.
No, and Joe Douglas. Okay, and come on, Brock Bowers is a unicorn, dude.
He is a unicorn. That's why
Brock
I'm
Bowers
going
is a
number 5.
unicorn. That.
There's only a handful of players that you could look at and go like, okay,
how people can have him going in 18 to the Bengals. I'm sorry, Bengals fan. That's wishful thinking. He's not going that late.
Well, that's because
someone's going to go up and get him.
Well, it's because he didn't really do a lot during his. He didn't do it. I don't think he did anything for his combine. I don't think he did much during a pro day. I don't even think he had a pro day. No, I think about it.
Did he have to?
No, he didn't need to. Yeah, but
did he have to? That's my question.
The combine's just the Olympics for NFL players.
It's the underwear Olympics.
It is. It's just like, oh look, he's really fast. Yeah, but I mean, look at the top like 5 fastest wide receivers up until was it Xavier Worthy that broke the new record?
Yeah, 4.21.
Yeah. But look at everybody below that. There's only like a handful that did pretty well.
I love how all these players are breaking their records in Nikes.
Yeah.
And not Adidas. That's
pretty funny.
Dude, I'd go for that island, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather take the island. Anyway, so that's our Jets pick. So this is where we also diverge too. So I had the Vikings trade up and draft J.J. McCarthy 4th overall. You have them taking Penix.
Yeah. Because look, I know he lost the national championship, but he just looks like a Vikings
He's great.
quarterback. He's great.
Honestly, like, people are like, oh, his medical's not great. It's like, okay, he just ran a 4.3.
Yeah.
He just jumped a 38-inch vertical jump.
Yeah, he's a fighter.
Dude, he's like, it's still like, I was talking about when we were doing our little preamble. Like, dude, it doesn't really matter. The modern medicine is crazy now.
Yeah.
Like he's all the way back. And also, like, you really think that his body can't heal? He might not have as long as career as other people, but if he's worth the pick, he's worth the pick, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Well, but like I said, I had the opposite. I had them drafting J.J. McCarthy. So.
Really?
So.
Oh yeah, because they traded.
So instead of Olimuia Fashanu going 10, I have him going 11 to the Cardinals in my mock draft. Because I feel like the Cardinals,
they need a line.
I have them taking 2 O linemen and a wide receiver with their 3 picks.
Yeah, usually I would agree with you about the Cardinals, but they just got rid of their only good wide receiver on that team.
No. They have no O line, dude.
I know they have no O line, but now they have no top weapon either.
I think they'd rather protect Kyler Murray. Well, they have Greg Dortch, and I feel like I feel like they think that they could get this is a really talented receiver draft, and they think that they could probably get some players later. That's Jonathan Gannon's MO. Jonathan Gannon's MO is filled skill positions later, filled more important positions earlier.
Yeah, well, he's more of a defensive guy, so I could see him going defensive player number 1 too. I don't think he should, but.
Yeah, if Dallas Turner's still on the board, that might be tough for them to pass up Dallas Turner. Now that I'm looking at it.
Who'd you have your Broncos taking?
Who I had my Broncos taken, I had them taking Penix.
Really?
Because I had Caleb Williams, Jane Daniels, Drake May, J.J. McCarthy all in a row. Those are really the only quarterback needy teams. So I'm thinking that they're just going to gamble and just wait. Because I think that they're going to call the Giants bluff. Because I don't think the Giants are going to draft a quarterback this draft. I think they're going to give Daniel Jones 1 more year. If he can't prove that he can get him back to the playoffs just by himself without Saquon, I think then they'll decide to move on. People are saying that they're going to redshirt a quarterback. You don't do that, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, you're paying the guy $45 million, and if you're paying him $45 million and he knows that the guy behind him is going to replace him anyway, why would he play hard?
Exactly. Well, he knows.
Like, are you guys trying to win?
Yeah. Well, they shouldn't have given Daniel Jones a lot of money either.
Well,
they really messed up there.
They still think he's the guy, so I'm operating on that assumption. So yeah, I think that Denver's gonna get Penix.
They're really trying to find Eli Manning again, aren't they?
I guess
because he looks kind of.
If they were smart, they'd take Penix in my mock draft, but I don't think the Giants are very smart, to be honest with you. I don't
they're
sorry,
too old,
sorry,
dude.
Giants fans. I'm not a Giants fan, to be honest with you.
No, that's the problem. Like they keep operating too old. You know what I mean?
They want to keep recapturing the 2011, the 2007, 2011 team.
Yeah.
Where it's like, guys, like you need to step back a little bit and understand that some things have changed.
Yeah, like a lot's changed.
Well, anyway, I have the Broncos taking Penix almost out of just sheer necessity because people said that Sean Payton's completely lying when he's saying that. Oh, I think Jared Stidham can. I think he can play his way into starting. Sure, Sean. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude. Sure.
Well, that's why I think Sean Payton's gonna get Dallas Turner.
I could definitely see that too. I'm going there in my original mock draft.
Well, I think because here's the thing, Sean Payton wants his guy. He wants again when we talked about this on the last show. Like he wants his like Drew Brees. He wants a guy that says like, all right, this is what I want you to do. This is what you need to do. This is how you're gonna do it. Just listen to me. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I feel like Penix can do that though.
Yeah, I feel like they can find the quarterback in the second round though. They can find Bo Nix in the second round.
Yeah, I don't have Bo Nix getting drafted in the first round of my draft.
Really? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Well, actually, we could get to that now. Who's your next pick?
My next pick, I think we both agreed on this one.
No, we have another consensus.
Yeah, we do have another consensus. We actually have two consensus in a row. We both have Terrion Arnold and J.C. Latham going to the Raiders and Saints
Really?
respectively.
Hmm.
Saints need a tackle. Saints desperately need a tackle, especially if Ryan Ramchick's knee isn't back. Like they're gonna need to replace him.
And the Raiders need a secondary.
Well, I think the Raiders are just gonna go more ground and pound against the Chiefs. Well, obviously, the reason why you draft anybody if you're in the AFC West is you're trying to beat the big bad wolf in the division. You're trying to beat the Chiefs.
Well,
so either you build up on defense or you try and get your quarterback.
Well, my rationale for the Raiders taking a corner is because again, their GM now is Tom Telesco, who was my team's former GM until he got ousted. He's gonna pick the best player available for that position that he thinks is the biggest need. He always does that.
Yeah, I think if Penix were there, they might take Penix.
Maybe.
But again,
I
I
guess
have
you can
Penix
get Bo
coming
Nix,
off the
too.
board. Yeah. Oh, dude, that would be so funny if they took Bo Nix. Please do it, Raiders
Yeah.
fans. Please do it.
And J.C. Latham.
Watch Bo Nix become the best quarterback out of this draft.
And I think they'll get J.C. Latham because he wants to protect Carr. That's
they just need a tackle.
That's Dennis Allen's boys, Jared Carr.
Yeah, they need to like you said, especially if Ryan Ramchick if his knee's just degenerating and they can't really replace him, they're gonna need to just stack up that position. So
Yeah, they do.
that's what they're gonna do. All right, we have another change. I have Queen and Mitchell going to the Colts.
You have Queen and Mitchell.
Yeah, cover
you got a corner. Oh, I got
Toledo.
I got Tylese Fuega out of Oregon State going to the Colts. Because here's the thing, Anthony Richardson got
Foyaga.
Tylese Fuega.
Foyaga.
Sounds like some kind of like foreign food. Fuega.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big guy, but I think
All these tackles are like 6'6", dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This
It's huge.
This is a fantastic tackle draft.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are gonna go off the board. Like,
I got so many
immediately.
too, and I think the reason why I have him going to the Colts because Anthony Richardson got hurt last year, and it kind of sunk their chances.
That's a good point.
Because I think they want to keep him upright. Because dude, the AFC South is gonna be insane quarterback wise next year.
Well, you need someone that's going to cover Stephon Diggs. You're going to need someone that's going to cover
True.
You're going to need someone that's going to cover Calvin Ridley, DeAndre
yeah.
Hopkins.
I didn't even think about Stephon Diggs going to the Texans.
Well, that's why I think the Colts are going to go corner. And maybe they
do
are
corner.
okay with a little more developmental corner prospect because I feel like Quinn Mitchell he's still a little bit of a tweener. He's growing to his body a little bit more, but I feel like definitely I think they're going to go cover corner. But I could see them definitely no tackle. They definitely want to keep Anthony Richardson upright.
Or they get Cooper DeJean. I can see the Colts doing that too. But I'm going somewhere else though.
I don't know if I see Cooper DeJean being a Colt, but it's possible.
Yeah.
I don't have him going there, but anyway, so we do have the same position, but we have different players.
Yeah.
So you have Jared Verse going to the Seahawks,
Yeah.
which is what my initial draft was. But I have the Seahawks drafting Dallas Turner, and he just falls there just out of interest for the board. I could definitely see him going to the Raiders because they sent all that big money to Christian Wilkins, and they probably want to bookend the other side with Dallas Turner. Give it Dallas Turner, Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins to be.
That'd be good.
That'd be
That'd be scary.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
That'd be scary.
But the the Raiders never take who you want them to take. I know you're saying Tom Telesco. They never draft who you expect in the draft.
Yeah, well, Mike Mayock was also a bad GM.
And also, I just feel like I feel like the Seahawks are just gonna run that pick up to the board, and they're just gonna be like, all right, finally got it. I think they've always wanted Bama players.
Yeah, well, also, I think the Jaden Verse pick, I picked that because I still think Pete Carroll still has a large...
Jared.
What did I say?
Jaden.
I keep saying that. Why do you keep saying Jaden? Jared Verse. Okay, I think they'll get Jared Verse because I don't know because I think what's his name still has a lot of influence in the Seattle
Pete
Seahawks
Carroll?
organization. Yeah, Pete Carroll.
Well, yeah, he's definitely gonna want to build up the line. I think on either side.
Well, yeah, he needs an edge rusher. Like they're fine on offense.
Yeah, well, they need a star edge rusher. They need some star power in Seattle.
They really need a quarterback.
Well,
But I think they're done on that.
I think they're gonna give Sam Howell a chance. I think they're gonna do the same thing that they did with Geno Smith.
I forgot he's on Seattle.
Yeah, I think they're gonna give Sam Howell a chance. All right, next pick we have the Jaguars. I have Laiatu Latu. Laiatu, did I nail it? I don't know. There's some hard to pronounce names in the draft. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. And anyway, so I have the Jags taking Laiatu Latu out of UCLA. I feel like the Jags, they're gonna want somebody that's gonna complement Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And they might they just need they need an edge.
You think
they need someone that's going to complement Jared Allen?
You think they're going to give up on Trayvon Walker
or Josh Allen rather? I think they're going to play Jared Allen. I keep saying Jared Allen. Josh Allen.
Yeah, Jared Allen.
Well, I read Jared Verse and then I thought Allen and then I put Jay Allen and then it came out Jared Allen. What's Jared Allen? Was on the Vikings. Anyway. I just feel like that the Jags are going to want a bookend for that, and they're going to probably play Trayvon Walker probably on D. They're probably going to put him in at D tackle now.
Yeah, and I have
because he can play anywhere.
And I got the Jags taking Troy Fautanu or Faetano.
Fatano.
Or Fatano. Yeah, I got them going to take
Fatano.
Yeah, I got them getting Troy Fatano out of because they need to protect.
Where would he play?
O tackle.
Tackle.
Yeah, I
rebuilt the line in free agency though.
I could see them getting a wide receiver, but really,
they could go receiver. I guess Brian Thomas can take it right there.
I can see that too. But I think when Trevor Lawrence got hurt that last year, we got to keep this guy up because the Jags' chances are shot if they don't have Trevor Lawrence in.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. All right, next pick we have the Bengals, and we both have them take. Well, you have them taking Jerzon Newton. I have them taking Byron Murphy II out of University of Texas.
Really?
Yeah. I think we both do agree that the Bengals D line is gonna have to do some. They're gonna have to. This is more out of necessity because it's either you're gonna have to pay T Higgins, or you have to pay Jamar Chase, and you already paid Burrow, so you're gonna have to go cheaper options that you could keep for a while.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to start. Because Trey Hendrickson's going to want to get paid again, too.
Yeah.
So now you're going to have to start thinking about, okay, now we're going to have to start replacing our core pieces with new core pieces.
Yeah, I think Jerzon Newton's a great spot for the Bengals.
I feel like Byron Murphy's a better fit, but,
Yeah, I think he is, too, but...
It's so funny, because I literally have... hold on, let me pull up your next picks.
But I honestly think both of them are pretty good picks.
It's so funny. We have them flip-flopping. So you prefer Jerzon Newton over Byron Murphy. I prefer Byron Murphy over Jerzon Newton.
Oh, I have them.
But we both have them going to we both have them going to each respective team. So I have Jerzon Newton going to the Rams. You have Byron Murphy going to the Rams.
Well,
which I think that's such an obvious pick if they're going to go D line.
Well, with the retirement of Aaron Donald, they're going to have to fill that. They're going to have to fill a big need.
They're going to fill it immediately.
They have to fill out a huge need there, dude. Because he was a massive part of that defense.
I could see them sneaking in and drafting Bo Nix. I really could see that. I'm not convinced that they're done with Matthew Stafford yet. I don't think Matthew Stafford wants to go out like that. I could see them going Bo Nix, but I think that they might think that D-line's going to be more important and that they could trade up in the second round and get Bo Nix. Because I don't think either of us have Bo Nix in the first round.
I don't have him going in the first round at all.
I would be shocked if the Rams did try and get Bo Nix.
Here's the thing. I think the league also saw the I think it was a 2021 NFL draft when 5 quarterbacks went and only one panned out well.
Yeah,
I think they're trying to overvalue position again. They're trying to be careful. Okay, I got to be careful before we pick a quarterback here.
Well, the quarterback might become the new running back where they just go crunch mode. Because especially if you can find a Brock Purdy in the last pick of the draft, why would you take a quarterback round 1?
Or Tom Brady in the 6th?
Yeah, exactly. All right, next pick we both have the Steelers taking a corner, but you have them taking Queen and Mitchell, which
Yeah.
is who's already off my board in my draft. I have them taking Kool-Aid McKinstry out of University of Alabama.
Oh, that'd be a good pick. They love those Alabama corners.
Well, I think that they need somebody on the outside now too. I mean, they got Dante Jackson out of that pick.
Yeah. How many Alabama corners have the Steelers had? They have Mika Fitzpatrick. They've had oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. The other Fitzpatrick. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his
You
name.
mean
He was on
Patrick Peterson?
Yeah, Patrick Peters. He was in Bama. He was LSU.
Yeah, I know he's LSU, but they didn't take it because of that. They took him because of the veteran presence.
Yeah.
Regardless, I think
Yeah.
that they need corner. They're not. The Steelers don't really like taking skill positions early. They like taking their skill positions in the second round, that's usually where they make their bread and honey. Honestly, they
Yeah.
usually second, third round. They usually take their guys for the skill positions, but usually they go either defense or like O line
Yeah.
in the first round. I could see them going O line here too. They might go Amarius Mims, just to solidify the O line. Just to have maybe he might play swing tackle in his first year.
Yeah.
But at Steelers O line just always was just a big bugaboo, especially with even with Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. Who is now in Philadelphia.
Yeah, but I think that they like taking the raw athletic talents of either of these guys, and I think that they would much rather just try and develop their guys in house.
Yeah.
All right, next pick, I have Talis Foyaga going to the Miami Dolphins because they need an O-line help. You have them taking Chop Robinson out of Penn State University.
Yeah.
I almost said University of again.
He just sounds like a Dolphin to me.
He sounds like a Dolphin.
Well,
He sounds like
Chop
a Dolphin.
Robinson.
Yeah.
He sounds like a Mike McDaniels kind of player. Chop Robinson. Well,
He sounds like one.
Well, they need somebody else to complement Aiden Phillips.
Well, they need to keep two up, right?
They gotta keep two upright, yeah, but they can solve that in the next round.
You think so?
I think so. Well, here's the thing. I also had a bunch of tackles going like within the top 20, too. So that's also like, I'm running out of tackle picks. I mean, they do need an edge rusher.
Yeah, I don't know why you're like. I disagree. I think that the Dolphins clearly showcased in that playoff loss that they needed the O-line help badly.
I also didn't get Byron Murphy too, but I also had the Rams picking him up first.
Well, yeah, that would actually, maybe the Chop Robinson pick isn't such a bad idea.
Because again,
they did lose Christian Wilkins.
Like their offense is fine. The offense is the least of my concern for that team.
No, their offensive line can use some help.
It could use some help, but they're decent enough to where you could get by with.
Terry Armstead isn't going to play forever.
I know he's not.
They need someone that's going to fill in the gap.
Yeah, but they could fill that up next year, or they could fill up in the second round too. Because this is a great tackle. This is a great offensive line draft too.
Yeah, but you only get the good guys in round one.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
I just don't think they'd be able to trade up enough to get the high quality ones. So that's why I got Chop Robinson, because they got back up Aiden Phillips.
All right, we also differ on our next pick, which you have Nate Wiggins going to the Philadelphia Eagles, and I have Chop Robinson going to the Eagles. Chop Robinson sounds like an Eagle to me.
You have Chop Robinson going to the Eagles?
That's not, yeah. Well, because
Dude,
think about it. Brandon Graham's getting older. Did Fletcher Cox retire?
He did. I think they. Hold on. The Fletcher Cox one that retired, right?
Well, regardless, even if he didn't retire, he did retire.
It was one of those two retired.
Yeah, someone retired.
They're the same human being.
I know Brandon Graham is still playing, but
I think it was Fletcher. Those two are the same human being. Like, there's just style wise. It's like
they've been on the Eagles forever, so it's like, are they gonna retire?
It's like Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald on the same line together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, they're gonna need some more edge rusher help.
Yeah, but
especially since the Eagles kind of just fell apart last year.
Yeah, but that's because they had Bradbury, who is not a good corner.
Well,
they need to replace Bradbury, dude, because Baker tore him up.
They need speed.
They do need speed. They need somebody that could. First, they need somebody that could block that. They could actually play in that corner position. Because again, I know I'm picking on Bradbury here, but he was a big weakness on that defense.
Well, Godwin just ate him up.
Yeah,
like it wasn't
even fair.
They need a new nickel. I think Nate Wiggins is a little light for me though. Honestly, I think he needs to bulk up a little bit. He's fast. Don't get me wrong. He plays super fast. If you wanted him to cover he probably would be better boundary corner, to be honest with you, instead of a nickel, because he's not beefy enough. So I think that they would rather have him matched up with a slender receiver. But
Harry Rosen likes those like big time, big name like schools like Clemson,
No,
Bama.
dude. The Eagles are definitely always either tackle or D line in the first round.
Yeah, but they need
are
a secondary.
That's
now.
always how they are, though. I can see him going. I can see him going corner, but
I can see going Cooper DeJean too.
I don't buy it. All right, next we have another difference because I have this is the Cardinals' second of their third round pick, or their first round, second of their third round picks, second of their 3 first round picks. There you go.
Yeah, we have them again. You already traded.
I am getting Fantano.
You haven't getting Fata now?
Yeah,
You think he's gonna fall that far?
I just feel like other teams are just going to want to prioritize other positions over tackle. I could definitely see. Honestly, I feel like the tackles could probably move up to like the mid rounds, but at the same time, though, I feel like teams are also going to want to. They're going to really want to double down on the skill positions early.
Yeah.
Especially since the rule changes. So, I think D line is going to get a boost. O tackle is going to get a boost. Receivers definitely going to get a boost. Corners, I think, are just going to get naturally pushed down because of the nature of the rule.
Yeah.
Which just sucks. That sucks. Like that's a terrible incentive. But
Yeah. Well, I have him getting the best O tackle at that position because again, I can see the Vikings trading up too with that Arizona Cardinals.
well, I already did. I haven't traded up. I have traded up the 4th overall for JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, I can see your consensus right there, but I think they're happy with Penix over JJ McCarthy. That's just me though, but again, I can see him trying to get JJ McCarthy. The only reason I have him going, I think all these teams are going to see him as a second round pick, and they're all going to wait to get JJ McCarthy in the second round. You know what I mean? Because sometimes
Yeah,
I think
crazy.
I sometimes think the scouts and the teams just defer a lot. You know?
Yeah, you're crazy.
I might be.
No
Hey,
way.
I might be.
Yeah, you are.
But-
I'm thinking so.
Who should the Cowboys getting?
Amarius Mims would be. I could see. Well, yeah, I'm taking Penix and Amarius Mims. I could definitely see. I don't think that they would draft receiver because they already have Justin Jefferson, so
Yeah.
they're not really going to want to bolster that receiving core.
But apparently,
And especially they have Jordan Addison too and T.J. Hawkinson. They're set.
yeah. Well, what influenced my Penix decision too was apparently Justin Jefferson's having a lot of sway on the quarterback, and who they draft a quarterback for the team, or so I've heard.
Exactly. So that's why I have them trading up to 4 and then drafting J.J. McCarthy. But anyway, regardless, I have again we differ here a little bit. You have the Cowboys drafting Tyler Guyton out of the University of Oklahoma.
Yeah, this is
I
a
have
great pick.
Cooper DeJean going to the Cowboys.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they already have Trayvon Diggs and
Deron Bland.
Deron Bland. Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
all corners. Oops, all corners.
I think I could see them going tackle, but I think that they already.
The thing is,
Tyler Smith moved on, but I feel like that they could. I think that they feel like they could get tackle later in the draft. I don't know. I think the Cowboys are in a weird flux. They're in a weird state right now.
they're in a Jerry Jones like limbo phase. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Have you seen? I was looking at Dak Prescott's stats. Dude, he was balling out last year.
He was.
He was balling out.
That's why I think they're going to tackle because I think they need to replace Tyron Smith. That was a huge loss for them.
Well, okay. Well, how they lost their playoff game? They lost because their defense just giving up
Yeah, it fell
yard
apart.
after yard after yard. So I feel like that they're gonna. So you said that Cooper DeJean might play safety in the NFL.
Yeah.
I agree. So I think that the Cowboys are gonna want a weapon in that secondary
I can see that.
to kind of counter all the explosive offenses now.
Well, I don't think. Well, the scouts see Cooper DeJean as a safety.
Yeah,
Does Jerry see the same thing?
Yeah, well, who's saying that though?
True.
Like people later in the draft.
I don't know. Look, Oklahoma tackle. They need a tackle anyway to replace who they lost.
Yeah, Tyron Smith.
Yeah, Tyron Smith. Yeah, that's just such a Jerry pick to me. But hey, I could be wrong. Well, I've heard that the Cowboys and Micah Parsons are fighting with each other, and like they're apparently like almost fed up with each other. But I don't know how accurate that report is.
The Packers pick. Who do you have the Packers taking?
The Packers. Who did I have the Packers taking? I had them taking a corner.
You have them taking Cooper DeJean, right? No, you have the Lions taking Cooper DeJean.
No, they're right there. Oh, no, I'm taking Kool-Aid McKenzie right there.
Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's in the other photo. You skipped the photo.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad.
You're good.
All right, so next pick I have Amarius Mims going to the Packers because I feel like they're just gonna want to replace David
They
Bakhtiari,
do need to replace him.
and Well, it's clear the reason why they lost the Niners is because the Niners edge rushers just got home late in that game, and they just got to Jordan Love.
Yeah, they did.
Like that was I was probably one of the few reasons. Well, obviously it rained.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey is probably the best running back in the league right now. I don't think that's very arguable, to be honest. The system he's in is just insane for running backs. But I feel like the Packers are gonna want to keep Jordan Love upright because I feel like they're just gonna invest in him.
Yeah.
They're definitely look. I know that they need a receiver. Obviously, they always need a receiver.
You think that, really?
They never. They're never gonna draft one in the first round.
They're
never gonna touch them.
I think they're fine with the wide receiver position.
Well, they either do two. The Packers are kind of like the Eagles in the certain sense that they always draft tackles, corners, or D line in the first round.
Yeah, that's
they
why
never draft any other position.
That's why I'm getting Kool-Aid McKinstry right here.
Maybe a quarterback, but they've only drafted two in the first round in the past 20 years.
Well, I think they want to pair up Jair Alexander with another corner that's equally talented.
Especially getting rid of Rasul Douglas probably would make it seem like they'd want to take a corner. All right. So and then next we have again same position but different players. I have Tyler Guyton going to the Bucks.
You have to tell. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You Oklahoma boy.
Yeah, the Oklahoma boy.
I can see Baker having some influence there. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. See, now you getting it. I'm following the tea leaves a little bit. Like, but you have Graham Barton going to the Bucks.
Well,
I think the Bucks are just going to take best tackle available.
I think they are too.
They're going to want to pair someone up with Tristan Wirfs.
I think so too because they need to protect Baker.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I think they're trying to prepare for the future because Baker's contract's like only 3 or 4 years.
It's 3 years.
He earned that contract. Good for him. But I could see him trying to find somebody to replace Jesse Bates too. But I just don't think
Jesse Bates.
Not Jesse Bates. No, who's our corner? He was Jesse Bates Carlton Davis. Jesse Bates was on the Bucks before too.
I could see them taking Cooper DeJean too. If he falls this far, I feel like he could probably be a Buck. Depending, because
I can see that too. Yeah.
Jason Light is very, very deft GM, so I think he likes filling holes early. And one of their big needs was running back. They're doing second round.
Yeah.
They're not addressing that in the first round ever.
Who did you have for here?
Graham Barton's going to be a good left tackle though. They need a left tackle. I feel like Tyler Guy would be a better fit for them. But anyway, and then now you have honestly, you kind of just stacked up tackles at the end of this draft.
Yeah, I have a lot. There's a lot of tackles I have going in the first round.
So you have Jordan Morgan out of the University of Arizona going to the Cardinals. Yeah. I have Brian Thomas Jr. going to the Cardinals right here.
Really?
Really? Well, I already have him taking 2 tackles in this draft, and they already have Paris Johnson.
It looks like
they're probably gonna kick one to guard, and then one's gonna be tackle, and then they're gonna want to start filling up their weapons on the outside.
It looks like you and I agree on positions they need. We're just disagreeing on where they're gonna get them at.
In the players,
yeah.
Yeah.
We disagree on the position, but again, like the Cardinals have the 27th overall pick. Like, that's why I was like saying, like, why would they trade up? They could just wait to get them later.
Well, because they want to trade down with the Vikings. That's why I have them in this draft. I've explained this several times.
No, I know you did. But actually, they can just trade. I see what you're saying now. So basically, they get the 23rd.
Well, in my mock draft, they're gonna have 3 first-round picks, and that's what they need. They need players.
They need players.
They need a talent infusion. They could keep trying to like move up and down the draft because Cardinals could. Don't get me wrong. They could definitely trade down and move back up. They've proven that they've done that before.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you have 3 first-round picks at this point, you might as well just use all of them. Try and get as much players as you can.
I agree, but obviously I didn't agree with this one because I just think everybody's comfortable where they're at. They don't want to give up too much to get players they think they can get.
I don't know. I feel like the Lions might be a trade down candidate. I feel like the Chiefs could also be a trade down candidate too.
Yeah, well that pick, but within the later picks, like, you get a haul for that. With somebody, if somebody's like that desperate enough to like want to move up for a specific player.
Yeah, in my circumstance, I feel like Brian Thomas is definitely. I feel like he's definitely a good fit for the Cardinals because they're going to want Greg Dortch to either play on the outside or fill in the slot.
Yeah,
and they're going to rotate everybody just to try and see who's going to be on their team for the long term.
Yeah, I saw that. I agree with that.
So next we have the Bills, and you have them getting Brian Thomas Jr.
They need a wide receiver.
He could definitely fill the Gabe Davis role. I could see it. He's definitely that kind of guy that could be a Gabe Davis home run threat type of guy. I have been taking a Donnie Mitchell out of University of Texas.
Oh, you have him going there? Dude, I just don't know how you could pass up somebody like Brian Thomas Jr.
Well, I already have Brian Thomas Jr. going.
Well, you have him going.
Yeah, so I have receiver going.
But yeah, dude, he's got every measurable in the book. Brian Thomas Jr. like 6'4", like 220, runs a 4.3.
Yeah, his stats are insane.
Like
his stats are insane.
His stats are. He had Well, yeah, people say, "Oh, yeah, Jane Daniels throwing to him." Yeah, I know, but
well, I think that they would rather prefer Brian Thomas because they need to fill that X role. But I think a Donnie Mitchell fills that role just as well.
Yeah,
and
well, I haven't gone. A couple months later.
This is also a tough one too because I could totally see them going either. I could totally see them going Troy Franklin too on this one, because they want just a speed guy that's just gonna take the top off the defense and Josh Allen's arm, and that's why they got rid of Stephon Diggs too, because it's like, I mean, people love Stephon Diggs until Stephon Diggs actually has to step up.
Yeah, well, also his antics were getting apparently the antics were making the.
Well, it's so funny because it's like
tired.
he's like this alpha wide receiver that can't catch the ball at the crucial moment.
Yeah,
Like, dude, that 170-yard drop that lost him the game.
no, that was also Gabe Davis' problem
sorry.
too. Well, that was Gabe Davis' problem too. He had like what half the
Why do you-
catches.
why do you think both of them are gone? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Khalil Shakir stayed.
Like, look, Stephon Diggs is a good player. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, dude, you can't say that you're the best receiver in the league and you pull those kind of antics, and you still say that you're best receiver. Like, the best receiver in leagues don't do that.
Yeah, well, I think Khalil Shakir is gonna.
Like, do you see Justin Jefferson dropping a 70-yard bomb from Josh Allen?
No.
Hell no.
Neither Jamar nor Keenan, nor anybody else. And Stephon Diggs is 30. Let's
exactly.
be real. He's getting up there.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted to load up right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think their window's closed for the Bills.
I think it's closing. I think that they could still probably beat that team.
Yeah,
and it's especially you saw how the Bills kind of changed their identity late in the season by giving James Cook the rock more.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like, finally. Like, James Cook's just this explosive talent that they're just leaving the backfield.
Yeah.
Anyway, next team. I have them taking okay. I don't want to mess up this guy's name.
Yeah.
I am taking Ennis Rakestraw out of the University of Missouri.
I heard he's pretty good.
He is really good. He's a consummate Lion.
Really? I have him getting Cooper DeJean. Other Lions getting Cooper DeJean.
Honestly, either or to me, because I feel like the Lions are just playing for luxury picks now.
Yeah,
because they don't really have any specific needs.
Well, they have needs, but like they're comfortable needs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're the luxury.
Like they're serviceable, and I think I think that's because of Dan Campbell's excellent coaching.
Yeah,
I think Cooper DeJean's a total Dan Campbell kind of guy.
Well, yeah, and I think that they might want to fill in. They might want to fill in a few roles that they lost in free agency, but they didn't really lose too much in free agency. So,
and if they need a safety, Cooper DeJean could play that too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he could play either or.
All right, next pick. You have a Donnie Mitchell going to the Ravens.
Yeah, they
totally see that.
They need somebody faster. Like, don't get me wrong, Zay Flowers already speed, but they need somebody that can also complement him. Like, I think they're looking for like that wide receiver thing that the Dolphins are doing with Waddle and Tyreek.
Just speed on speed on speed.
Yeah, honestly, I know we talked about the Dolphins having like tackle. I could totally see Mike McDaniels picking like Xavier Worthy or somebody at first round too. Just all speed.
Yeah, I saw speed. That. I saw that he was at Xavier Worthy's pro day.
I'm like, dude, he's all speed.
That'd be insane. Can you imagine?
More speed.
Just everybody run four verts. Like every route, four verts.
Yeah. Josh Allen's like, more speed.
He'll run Xavier Worthy at the tight end spot if he could. All right, you have them taking Donnie Mitchell. I have the Ravens taking Nate Wiggins.
I can see that too.
I think that as much as they want speed at receiver, I think their identity is more a rushing team.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lamar knows that if he has a good rushing attack, then that kind of feeds into what they do well.
Yeah.
Which is run the ball, play action. Lamar throws it deep. Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, Well, they also have Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews, so I think that they don't really need a fourth option because the fourth option is Lamar running it.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fourth option, Lamar run. Well, yeah, you're saying exactly, but they just have them taking a receiver.
Yeah, because I think they need more wide receiver help.
I don't think.
Dude, that defense is fine. The defense is always good.
I think they could get later. I think you get a good receiver later in the draft. And then, I haven't taken Nate Wiggins mostly because I feel like they would run a match up with. Well, they want to match up with like the Tyreek Hills, the Rashee Rices. They want to match. They they need to match. They need the matchup threats.
Yeah.
That's what the Ravens built their team. All right, last two picks.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl runner-up and the Super Bowl champion.
I'm getting Jackson Johnson for the Niners.
You haven't taken a center.
They already have it, dude. That's a loaded team already.
Yeah, I think that they're gonna go BPA.
If all the Niners are like, all right, who's the best? What's the biggest need we need? I mean, it's not really center, but he's a pretty damn good center.
I'm thinking Graham Barton out of the University of Duke, mostly because I feel like they're gonna want to start figuring out who's gonna be there for the long term. Because Trent Williams, I mean, he's still probably the best tackle in the league. I don't think anybody would deny that. But he's getting up there in age, so it would be wise to start trying figuring out like, okay, we need to start training up the next guy, try and see if we could keep our window open. Because I mean, look, they got the quarterback. They're gonna pay Brock Purdy. He's there. And then we both have the Chiefs taking a receiver, but we don't have them taking the same receiver.
I went back and forth with Troy Franklin or Ladd McConkey. I just think...
you have them taking the lad.
Yeah, I'm taking... Well, because he's from Georgia, dude. Like, Georgia players are something else.
Ladd McConkey's sweet, dude.
He's super sweet, dude. He's awesome.
Yeah, for his outside breaks, like he's...
Nobody else.
He might be the best one in the draft at that specific route combination. And the Chiefs love their outbreaking routes.
They do.
Love their outbreaking routes. But I could also see them going speed. And also, Rashee Rice is probably going to be suspended for a few weeks. So the Chiefs don't really have any glaring needs outside a receiver anyway. Yeah. So not having a receiver kind of means that they're going to have to probably fill that hole early. So
and I don't see him getting a safety because I think they could get a safety in the second round.
Yeah,
that could replace what's his name?
Again, Chiefs are a luxury team. They don't really need their first round pick. I could see them trading out of this pick, to be honest with you.
I could too.
If they feel like they can get Ladd McConkey later in the draft, I feel like they could trade out.
Yeah, they don't really need a first round pick. They could auction that off away for more picks.
All right.
Or a player.
Well, that's our mock draft 2.0.
Mine's
definitely more correct than his.
Oh yeah. Sure it is.
Yeah, brother.
I mean,
definitely think you're wrong about a lot of these, but
I mean, I don't think I am. I think they're gonna. I think mine's 100% correct.
Well, the picks that we're similar on, yeah, obviously.
Those are the ones that are right. Okay. All right. Well.
All right, everybody. That's our mock draft 2.0.
There it is.
We'll be filling more content out. Very shortly. So
we will be.
We're gonna try and get more videos out. And definitely not all of the same ones. So, if you're not interested in any of those, just, give them a shot.
Yeah.
Maybe film, maybe subscribe, like.
Yeah,
all that good stuff. I feel like a dork to say that.
Well, we're the West Cast. We're the West Cast. We're all things West.
No?
That's not our slogan? Okay. Well, we'll work on it.
Time to fly!
Time to fly.
No, that's cringe.
Anyways.
Recut again. All right, everybody, that's our mock draft 2.0.
All right, stick around for more content.
Stop stepping on my line.
Okay, fine.
All right, everybody, that's our mock draft 2.0, where my picks are totally right and his are totally wrong.
So he says.
All right, bye, everybody.
See ya.